The news headline: Stop agitating for separation. Igbos will suffer most if Nigeria finally breaks. The news in full. Most people do not think twice before agitating for separation, despite the fact that many from the Igbo tribe want now is secession. Have you taken time to ask yourself how the Igbos will survive without other tribes if they finally break out from Nigeria? The point is clear. In my own opinion, I would say Igbos will suffer most because a lot of them do not engage in commercial agriculture, and only few eastern states manage to produce food in large quantity. We need each other to survive. There is no doubt that this particular tribe, Igbo, love trading and making plenty money from whatever they do, and maximizing wealth will always be their priority. But no one can compare this attribute to the effort of northerners in providing massive agricultural commodities and distributing it across all regions in Nigeria. This is why their farmers and food traders embark on strike for a short time, because they very cheap in the north but costly in the regions, and the Igbo complain the most. My point: in Igbo people cannot survive separation and will suffer the most if it happens, because whatever determines an independent nation, especially in Africa, is the ability to survive without external assistance. And the Igbos will definitely suffer most without foreign help if Nigeria breaks. Maybe that is why God has refused to answer their prayers calling for secession. In late June, Mazi Oyendo Nnamdi, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Igbos, was rearrested. He was first arrested back in October 15 for treasonable felony, as well disturbing the peace and violation of human rights. He jumped bail and fled Nigeria in 2017. Kano's rearrest was greeted with euphoria in government circles. This is because he has established himself as an animal of the state by endorsing the use of violence in his campaign to see Biafra established as a separate Igbo state. The indigenous people of Biafra became prominent force of Igbo nationalism under the leadership of Mazi Oyendo Nnamdi in 2012. Prior to this, the leaders has been involved in Biafran agitation through Radio Biafra, a station in London. The International Crisis Group, an independent, non-profit, non-governmental organization committed to preventing and resolving deadly conflicts, argues that the indigenous people of Biafra leaders are not clear about how they see territory of the new Biafra. This is mostly because Nnamdi Kanu and the group envisage that the oil-rich Niger Delta region will join Biafra, but many in the region oppose the idea. In September 2017, the Nigerian government proscribed the group as a terrorist organization, a decision that has been criticized by some. For example, several special rapporteurs within the United Nations argued that the proscription impinged on the right to association and political expression of the indigenous people of Biafra. The argument is strengthened by the Nigerian government's reluctance to proscribe kidnappers and armed bandits who are abducting school children and frequently attacking defenseless civilians. Other proscribed groups in Nigeria include Boko Haram and the Splinters Group, the Vanguard for the Protection of Muslims in Black Africa, often described the Al-Asida franchise in Nigeria. The indigenous people of Biafra tribes on the grievance of the Nigerian Biafra War 1967 to 1970. It regards the period of the war as the Biafran genocide. 1 million people were reportedly massacred by the Nigerian military government. The group also mobilized around ethnicity and the country Palo's economy. It is not the first organization to agitate from around Igbo secession. Afflicted individuals and groups have often mobilized to relieve the trauma of the war past. In 1999, after Nigeria returned to democratic rule, the movement of the sovereignty state of Biafra was established by lawyer Ralph Nwazurike. In 2001, it was banned, and in 2005, its leader was jailed for treasonable charges. Other forerunners of the indigenous people of Biafra include the Biafra Zionist movement and the Voice of the Biafra International. This was a radio station managed and financed by the Igbos diasporas. By all lacked the technological savvy, appeal, young membership and militant rhetoric, and has given indigenous people of Biafra wide visibility. The movement have also appealed to young people who are active in social media. They have found a voice for the disseminating information about their cause to support at home and abroad. The group uses this platform and other public outlets to attack the Nigerian state and the government as a whole. The indigenous people of Biafra has allegedly carried out acts of violence in southeast Nigeria. It was this that led to Nigerian government to take action against them. In 2017, the Nigerian government has to take some of the blame for the retaliation of non-state actors like the indigenous people of Biafra. The state sued to extinguish the agitators of delusion young people through unfiltered brutality. And given the obsession with the group, the Nigerian state unwittingly elevated Nnamdi Kanu into a cult hero. It did it in much the same way the Boko Haram was elevated in 2009 following the extrajudicial killing of the initial member Muhammad Yusuf while in police custody. Indigenous people of Biafra public activism may be smashed through military means, by the ideology seem likely to remain active, feeding into places like TIV, Yoruba Niger Delta, and Middle Belt constituency in the past, all sane and vigorous secessionist campaign, all in the name of being they want to be secessioned from the Federal Republic of Nigeria and stand alone as a nation. Report has come to us that the Igbos to stop agitating for separation, that the Igbos will suffer most if Nigeria finally breaks. They said most people don't think twice before the agitating of separation, despite what many individuals from the Igbo tribe want now is secession, having known that they cannot stand alone on their own. They also said the Igbo point is clear, that they will say that the Igbo will suffer the most because a lot of them do not engage in commercial activities, agriculture. Only few eastern states manage to produce food in large quantity. They also said we need each other to survive because there is no doubt that the particular tribe Igbo love trading and making plenty of money to maximize wealth, and wealth is always their own priority. Said no one can compare the attribute of the effort of the Netherlands in providing massive agricultural commodities and distributing it to all regions in Nigeria. The point of view is that the Igbos cannot survive and will suffer the most if it happens, because it determines that independent nation, especially in Africa, its ability to survive without external assistance.